Yo, chat. Wow, I really need to get a haircut. I just put on my headphones and there was a bit of resistance as the hair got in the way. I don't like long hair, chat, or at least not on myself. It feels scrungly, is the word I'm gonna make up for it. Very scrungly right now. Too scrungly the hair, chat. My scrungle has got too much drungle. No, better. Scrungle has too much jungle. Vault Dad, man. Thank you for added your scrungle to my jungle with your 30-month prime sub. I mean, 30-month, yeah, prime sub. How are you doing today? Thank you for so much for no waiting screen, just the menu in all its glory. Oh, I'm sorry, I actually forgot. Thank you for reminding me. I kind of like started the stream quickly and I forgot to switch it on. You'll learn to not mention the things you enjoy sometimes in life. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can have it if you like. Oh, if you like it that much. It's not a big deal. You have to pick one. Which would you pick? GameCube or Dreamcast? Because I can get one of free because my friend runs an arcade place and games. What do you want? I mean, I actually do own some GameCube games because I once owned well, a few GameCube games because my little brother once had a GameCube when I lived back at home. Like I said though, I don't really know. I mean, GameCube, which one is better? It's really hard to pick which one would be better, to be honest. The most terrifying game being French. Well, at least he doesn't show it by talking. But since I've owned a GameCube in the past, I don't know. Dreamcast, probably? Just because I always liked the look of a Dreamcast. I think a Dreamcast is like a very classy thing to have on underneath your TV still. Just because you don't see it that often, unlike other consoles, and it looks like it's probably like the best looking video game console ever designed, the way it looks. It's like, I mentioned before, but you see a Dreamcast under a TV, you just know that thing plays video games. Unlike all of our consoles today that try to look like a media entertainment center. You're trying to sell your Dreamcast? So far no buyers? Really? Usually those will be no problem selling. At least from my knowledge of them. Weirdly, all the things I want to buy that are old and used are always super expensive, and I don't understand why. Like, I was hoping to buy like a 16mm film camera, but every single like old-fashioned 16mm film camera costs like near $1,000. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it ain't worth that much. I mean, it's already expensive enough to record on film. Do I really need to pay $1,000 for a camera that's older than me? I guess everyone else is wanting 16mm cameras, so it's like, boosting the price. Dreamcast, the collected works of Shakespeare for gamers. Dreamcast was a nice console. Rip Sega. Well, they kind of did it to themselves. Sega Saturn and Sega Dreamcast were kind of flops. Really, the only success they ever had was the Sega Genesis, and I think the Sega Master System to a smaller degree. Hey, VCT Biggles, thank you for your 35 months, my man. How you been? Hope you've been well, and I hope you're winning at life. There we go. That sounds like a good thing to say to someone. You're winning at life. I'm asking about $300 for it and the some games. How much do they normally go for? I mean, if you're including games, yeah, but I don't know. It might be a hard sell for me to pay $300 for it as well, unless you're including like some of the better games. What console would you say dropped the ball the hardest? The Wii U. The Wii U or the Virtual Boy. Either one of those two. Like, the Virtual Boy dropped it so hard, Nintendo doesn't even like talking about it, and they fired the guy who invented it, who was just so happened to be the same guy who invented the Game Boy. Well, technically they didn't fire him, they did worse. They did that Japanese thing where they just like disregard you and like put you in an office somewhere to do nothing until you end up quitting on your own out of shame. But the Wii U was just like another big flop. It's like, just why? The Wii U is like a prototype alpha of the Switch, I feel like. They just didn't have the technology to make it portable at that point in time. One thing I know about Sega Saturn was Sega's Sanishiro would beat the shit out of you. Well, they did have really nice commercials. Sega used to have really awesome commercials. They would go, those were like entertainment is what they were. Wasn't it the Master System, then the Mega Drive, then things went wrong with the Saturn? I just know I had a Sega Genesis. I never had a Sega Master System, but I know that's the one that came before it. But I never heard much about what was on it. Sega Genesis, though, that I had and I enjoyed. Hey, Dartigan, have you ever ordered from Amazon? And if so, is it normal for them to drop off packages at 10 p.m.? I order stuff off Amazon usually like every month for like the past 2 decades, I feel like. And is it normal for them to drop off packages? Well, normally it's like your delivery service Amazon is using in your area. Like usually for me, yeah, 10 p.m. would be very strange because UPS doesn't run that late. It's usually UPS or FedEx or US Mail that delivers the packages I buy off Amazon. So I guess it depends on whoever is delivering parcels in your neck of the woods. Maybe they stay open longer. What's up, Lucky? How you doing? How did the Build-A-Bear audition go? Doesn't the Virtual Boy make your eyes bleed? It apparently did lots of horrible things to your body, and that you had to like sit forward to use it so your back would hurt. It would strain your eyes because it was like stereoscopic 3D, but you had like nothing but red screens. The controller was crampy, it would make your hands feel terrible. And none of the games were really that remarkable. Get deliveries at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. here in Los Angeles, so I guess, yeah, some places, yeah, you do get late deliveries, but I think the latest I've ever gotten to like a package delivery is like 5 p.m. Didn't UPS just recently get like a new union contract and they're like making like $150,000 a year now or something? Like, goddamn, I should have been a delivery driver. Do you remember the Sega does what Nintendo don't commercials? No. I only remember the commercials that were just like, they ended with like that crazy like voice like, Sega! Or like other weird shit happening. I actually should do a video game commercial stream. That is something that's been on my mind for a while, because that is an art form. I need to put together... Chat, I might need your help on that. I might need people to send me like clips of their favorite old video game commercials, and I can like put together a pack of them. It was easy, just had to talk about things from my childhood that I liked and do my nails because I needed close-ups, photos. I feel like if you want to be in commercials, you need to make sure those hands are on point. You know, it's like so moisturize every day. How's your script writing going? I think I've almost got the rough draft for part 1 video done. The part 1 video would probably end right as you know who bites it. And that's kind of like the halfway point almost. So that'll... And then I can hopefully finish it in the second video. Vine Sauce does that too. Yeah, I think there's been a few channels that have done like video game commercials. Because it is something you don't think... Some of them, like, people haven't seen in years, but it'll, like, awaken a memory in them. Let me go then, of course, the next few years like that, but yeah, union win, let's go, yeah. Isn't it nice to hear about union wins again? Like, really solid union wins, not just, like, a slight modification to the contract, but, like, massive pay increase. Did the infamous Zelda advert win the girl or play like one? Or, no, even more famous Zelda advert, technically. Well, technically not a paid-for advert, but like that... Chat, have you ever seen that? It's not a commercial. It's actually part of like a TV show or a movie where there's this kid, like this clearly like 10-year-old kid in bed. And then this like adult woman in like lingerie comes in and offers him the chocolate cake, a Game Boy, or her. And it's like him having like a wet dream, but it's still like, the fuck? It's kind of infamous now, I think, but he's like, would you like to have chocolate cake, Game Boy, or me, Michael? So do you want a Dreamcast? If I were given the option, yeah, probably a Dreamcast. Whistles, you are dealing with a beast of a game. No, I'm dealing with it's technically the monster is French. Last union I was in, I was a company controlled union? I don't think that's how a union works. I feel like you were like lied to. Kind of defeats the purpose. UPS drivers will also be getting AC in their new delivery trucks and fans in the old ones for the first time. Every single UPS driver truck I've ever seen, though, always drives with, like, those sliding doors open, though. So I don't know if I mean, obviously there's some areas of the country where they would probably need the air conditioning on, but I think in most cases they're just going to leave their doors open and not even use the AC. Because they're always hopping in and out so much. 90s ads were weird, they were, but they were glorious. Though all the current mobile game ads, no one has anything on mobile game ads, man. I've seen some examples. It's like all like gross out, horrible, like copyright shit that I don't know how they're even legal. You'll go be a delivery person. Hey, if you get paid, if you can get like, you know, $120,000, $150,000 a year being a, I mean, it's still a hard job. Don't get me wrong. Read the contract and they signed away their right to strike. The union, the UPS guys did. I didn't know you could sign away your right to strike. I do a hard job for fucking 70G right now. Pretty sure most jobs have, yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as it doesn't like affect your long-term health, I guess. I wish you a most awesome flight. Who's having a plane? Who's flying? Who's going somewhere? I'll actually be like, I've never flown before, but I'll be flying soon. That's gonna be an experience. When will the Twitch streamers unionize against Twitch? Well, here's the thing. We're not employees. It's kind of hard to unionize if you're not employed by someone. We are just like using a social media service where even us who are partnered like myself, we're not employees. We're just like contractors. So unionizing won't help. I make $23 an hour regular time and $35 an hour on overtime. Now that sounds lovely. Pretty fun if all goes smoothly. They'll bring you free soda cans and snack bag. Do you just like tell the stewardess your first time flying, you get like free stuff? You like special attention? Like, ma'am, it's my first time. I just do it every time. Oh. Finally, you will see that the Earth is flat. Oh, yeah, that's the reason I'm going. You know, I need to be the one to confirm it. Like, finally, I got the proof. You can't fool me anymore. Big globe. What games do you want for the Dreamcast? I will get you a Resident Evil Code Veronica just to make you mad. You don't have to give me anything, man. I mean, you're always like trying to give everyone gifts, but you don't have to. I honestly don't really know much about what's on the Dreamcast, other than like some Sonic games and like Virtua Fighter. So I don't really know. I'm not very well versed in the Dreamcast lineup. Have you ever ridden a train? Technically, I've been on a few, but I've never been on one while it's moving. I'm American, remember? We don't usually ride trains here. You have an airport cocktail when I fly too? Double whiskey and ginger. It's my little treat when I fly. To make sure you get a window seat. I mean, you can just like ask for it, right? Like I would like. I'm surprised. Don't they charge more for window seats? Like, hey, you want the window seat? You pay an extra. Cough it up. Knowing my luck, I'll be the one who like has to sit next to the emergency exit and be the one given that responsibility in case of a crash landing. Lucky, you got an offer from B-Nate. He's offering to let you work in his maintenance department for 70K. Get ready to be a spot welder. Hey, freshman, how you been? There I go, forgetting to unsub again. Well, hey, I know you're out there lurking every day. Got it on the background. You can't fool me. But I appreciate that you're sticking around, even though you're like enjoying married life now or something, right? But I get you. The wife won't let you chat as much. You lurk most days, not every day. Okay, you don't have to be embarrassed about it. You don't have to lie. They charge you more for seats closer to the plane's entrance. Well, obviously, that's first class.
Saturation.
So, Polycarp, thank you for the bits. I appreciate. Worked in my theater scene shop. I can use a table saw and drills. Yes, but she's in Salt Lake right now, so the next 30 days I'm free, so I've got you for the next 30, huh? Booyah. People don't say booyah anymore, but I don't care. I'm gonna use it tonight because I never got to use it back when it was popular. Go Wesker. Wonder if he would like these monsters. Like, ah, yes. Not as fine as Ouroboros. But it'll do. Check. In-world origins. Check in-world origins on Steam. That is a one hell of a croissant. Hey, I've already put the word croissant in my stream title. In-world origins? Is this some kind of game? I'm assuming so. I don't know what kind of game is it. You realize how many game recommendations I get on a monthly basis? Like, hey Dartigan, check out this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, and this game. You placed croissant above. I know. Well, I know I saw it, and that's why I read it. And then I said, yeah, that's why I've already put it in my stream title. Because how many other main characters in video games are French? This is why I need a Patreon. I need a Patreon to make more money. That's the only reason anyone has a Patreon, to make more money. Like that way you can get your regular YouTube revenue, and you can let people pay to put their name at the end of a video or something, or get like special videos. Evil Trash, hey Trash, how you been? Have some money then. Well, thank you, good sir. You have some like free entertainment. Well, technically I guess it's not free since you just paid me. But you have some potentially free entertainment for the next 4 hours, or however long the stream lasts tonight. Is your supporters direct commentary on the direction of your work? I mean, true, but I usually do that during live streams anyways. But yeah, I've considered how I would run a Patreon. It's like, obviously the easiest one to be like, hey, you get your name at the end of a video. But I would also want to offer more than that, since that seems kind of lazy. So I'd want to like make special dedicated videos for a Patreon if I did it. Like, hey, here's a one-on-one video where I give you more in-depth answers to your questions or something. Did you ever play any of the Toroks? The first Nintendo 64 game I ever played when I went over to a neighbor's house was, I think, the first Turok game. And to be fair, that was like the first 3D game I ever played. And so my mind was like exploding, like, you can move in 3D. I was like, I wasn't good at it since it's my first time playing a 3D game. But I do remember like just sitting there with my mouth like slack-jawed open. I never played another Turok game since then though. That was the only time I've ever touched Turok. You can have it where a Patreon support gets to write a sin in a video. You know that'd be a bad idea, right? It'd be the worst sin. Imagine not popping your cherry with Glover. My little brother did get Glover. We never beat it though, because I don't think anyone ever beat Glover. That game was a pain in the ass. So I have played it, but never felt the desire to finish it. But yeah, first Nintendo 64 game I played was Turok, second one was GoldenEye, and then we got our own Nintendo 64 later that year, and I got Zelda for it. And I believe WCW Nitro, which was like the wrestling game that pretty much every wrestling game since has been built off of, I believe. Dartigan on Cameo, that's that website where all the voice actors like use their phones to like record like 5-second videos wishing people happy birthday, right? I doubt I'd get many hits on that. You never beat Glover? No one did. You don't have to feel bad about it. I don't think to this day there's been anyone who has beaten Glover, or at least beaten Glover and felt good about it. It's like if you did it because, you know what? Sunk cost fallacy. You're like, I paid money for this, or my parents paid money for it. It's only a Nintendo 64 game I got, so I gotta finish it. It was just like a frustrating game because that stupid ball. I think they actually just like re-released that game on Steam not too long ago, didn't they? You did beat Mario 64? Well, yeah, that's a classic. That's a classic. It's a classic, but I don't think it's very good. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I recognize it as a very, very important game, but I'm not a big fan of Mario 64. I'm just not. I remember when I first saw the commercials for it, I was like, oh man, I gotta play it. But when I did finally get to play it, I was like, you know what? I've already been playing some other games I'm more into. But hey, it's got its place in history. It's like the first really good 3D platformer. I didn't really have good taste when it came to the Nintendo 64, by the way. What few games we got for it, most of them were pretty crap. I remember Glover I mentioned, and we also got like what was it? There was like some kind of like really shitty Castlevania game where you play as like a werewolf guy. for it that was also terrible that I never finished playing. Like, the only good games I think we had for our Nintendo 64 were the 2 Zelda games and WCW Nitro. I think that might have been it. You did not like Sunshine and Galaxy? Those two I didn't like. I actually have yet to play Odyssey, Mario Odyssey. I didn't get around to playing that when it came out. I know there's a new Mario coming out, the one where you're finally actually on drugs, Mario Wonder. So it's could be called like Mario Midsummer or whatever, because he's tripping balls. They finally gave in to the joke of mushrooms. Wait, really? Mario Wonder? It's like he like gets power-ups to make the world get really trippy. So everyone, as soon as they saw the trailers for it, everyone started like making the jokes like Mario on shrooms. Finally. Yeah, I'm serious. You can go watch the trailer. It's called Mario Wonder. I shit you not, he turns into an elephant at one point. An elephant? Think about that. Banjo-Kazooie World. See, I never got to play Banjo-Kazooie. I don't think I did play Conker's Bad Fur Day though, but that wasn't it. But I didn't play it on Nintendo 64. I played the Xbox version. I had no idea a new Mario game was coming out. You didn't? Yeah, like it's in line with the 3D 2D style Mario games where you're playing on a 2D plane, but it's all 3D. It's like the Super Mario World games, so it's not like the Mario Odyssey in that regards. But it looks pretty good. Some people like those better than the... Actually, to be honest, I probably like those better than the full 3D ones where you move around anywhere you want. I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm gonna throw my shit... Oh, you know what? Weirdly, I like Conker when it's censored more than raw. My favorite Mario game are those weird RPG games with Luigi for the DS. Did you hear that the original Mario RPG is being remade? You probably have if you're into those, but that's... Yeah, the original Super Nintendo Mario RPG is being remade, and it's gonna be released. I did get you Mario Odyssey. It will be in your email package okay, when Kate opens her PO box, if she ever does that. You like Luigi in time? Nintendo will never do another year of Luigi ever again. It was like one of their worst performing years. The year of Luigi was like, well, let's never do that again. So, let me get into the game. We gotta make some progress. I'd like to finish the game tonight. So, we left off last night after we like got the shit we needed from maintenance. So all I gotta do is go to the prison and get whatever I need there. And then I can head to the tunnels, which is where the in-game takes place. Sorry, I meant in your package. So I know what you meant. Don't worry about it. Like I said, keep in mind, you never have to give me a single thing. You're already a sub here. It's more than enough. Unless you're like a lottery winner and you just got like money to burn. Then feel free to buy me a house. Do I have any lottery winners in my stream by any chance, or maybe some oil meal princes? That'd be nice. Also, thank you, Jack, for the bets and disrespecting me again. All right, so yeah. Technically, I did. I don't know if getting these turned into Molotovs is that useful. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty useful, but I got plenty of grenades at this point. If you ever get a P.O. box and I ever send you something, it will be to Dartigan Jones. I mean, you'd have to, because who else would it be sent to? I guess we will... I don't really need... Yeah, we'll just head to the tunnels now. I mean, to the prison. Glover released last year on Steam. Reviews... Well, yeah, I mean, it's still a shit game. Just because it's now on Steam ain't gonna make it necessarily that much better. Does it have to be tangible wealth? Well, if they just want to give me vacations too, that's nice. Prison was this way, right? Yeah. You're poverty rich? No, you're emotionally rich and experience rich. You did mention the trip to Japan. True. God, why is this man so weak? He's a soldier, right? Thank you for brick. You have your own sugar daddy mommy and I'm jealous. I do? Who? Oh, thank you for opening the door for me. Yeah, there's no point. Look, the more times you kill me, the stronger I become. What? He's really active at the prison, it seems. Saw a homeless guy with a sign that said "Sugar Mama Needed," and I laughed so hard and I hope so much that he finds her. I mean, there have been examples of those really, really attractive homeless people, you know, that women just flock over. The one that just gifted you Mario Odyssey? Well, technically didn't gift me it. He's just talking about sending it to me one day. And like I said, I've said before many times, no one needs to send me anything. There's a whole Arrested Development subplot about that actually. Wow, that's not a show I've thought of in a while. Didn't they get like a remarkably like shitty season years after it, eventually finished up that no one cared for? I remember hearing about it, but I didn't bother watching it. What is my ass too fat to get under this fucking thing? Okay, I think I actually ran in the room. He's right through that hole right there. There's smoke coming out of it, so I'm pretty... yeah. quick. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does this game scare me? No, but this thing's really freaking annoying in the prison for some reason. Why are there subtitles in German? There's like a German captured prisoner in this area that I haven't got to see and interact with yet. For some reason, in the prison, he is just super active and like on your ass constantly. So I'm just gonna use my grenade to blow open that wall instead of using the brick. This game doesn't seem scary, it's just tense, not the same thing. Well, that's a part of the formula. Keep in mind, horror games don't really work on me, so they definitely would scare other people. It just depends on if you're like used to playing this kind of game or not. Anyone want to translate this guy for us? Look, they're all European chat. They just need chocolate and wine. It'll be great. Close it. I can hear it. Ooh. Thank you for the translations, by the way. Yeah, I think he went back into the hole. You're German? Huh. I have quite a bit of German, present. For some reason, Germans like my channel a lot. I've got my, like... I've looked at my YouTube analytics, like, Germany's like the 5th largest, like, group. Or, like, nationwide that watches. Okay, so what we got? Sergeant Raynard. Update on the prisoner. Prisoner 73014, with the rest of the cells empty, I've begun a program of aggressive interrogation. I hope the screams have not kept you awake. He continues to insist that he is a common soldier, that his rank was accidentally torn from his uniform, and he knows nothing of the Second Army's plans. I do not believe him. I've ordered rations for the next 3 days. When next he's fed, I assume his gratitude will loosen his tongue. Final note, this work will be much easier if the other officer wine rations were loosened. Oh shit. Lights flickering, it means he's nearby. JFK is in the chat. I'm sorry, what? Maybe the Germans like your monotone voice, dry humor. I mean, you got a point. They may like it for those reasons. Okay, because I don't want to have to deal with that one door again. I want to go back and save. We can use the prisoner for assistance. I'm gonna guess he's gonna die. I don't think he's making it out. How much fuel do I got left? About a quarter. Alright, so I used up one grenade. Actually, I probably need the space anyways. So... I don't think there's anything I want to take with me. No, there might be rats, so we'll take the last gas grenade. Just in case there's rats. I don't know if I'll need the wrench anymore there. I might be able to put that back. We'll put the wrench back. Prisoner, for the most part, is only speaking unimportant gibberish. I think he's like been driven insane by the monster. He probably can't get to him because he's in a cell. Yeah, the prison is not very big. It's like this. There's the room I was in. Then you have that over there. Then you got the prison cell. So, not a large room. A game like this, chat, takes grit and manliness. You gotta be brave. Just think, after we like escape this place, we could go back to like shooting at the Germans for some reason. I don't think we even get to enjoy surviving this place. Alright, so can they lock it in the cell? I mean, I should be able to if he couldn't get into the cell. Oh, come on. Alright, you can have me too. See, I thought I could maybe, like, get him to go after that guy, and then I could lock him in the cell with it, but I guess it doesn't work that way. Did you allow him to be eaten? Well, I was gonna, like, try to, like, use him as bait to lock the monster in the cell with him. Turns out it doesn't work that way. I mean, he's gonna if I don't let him free, he's gonna die anyways, right? He's in a cell with a monster. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There we go. I'll try to let him live. Nine? Okay, I know what that one means. 9 Okay, that one I don't. Imagine surviving the whole ordeal and then the Germans launch an attack in this bunker. I mean, this is an Amnesia game. It's probably not got a good ending. Alright, I'll open the other side of doors so he doesn't get into his cell.
Sicher hier. Ich will nicht zerstören. Ich kann es hören. Schließ es wieder. Ich kann es hören.
How come he not,
Schließ es wieder.
why doesn't he get into your cell? There's like a hole behind it.
Ich kann es hören. Ich will nicht zerstören.
Shush.
Nein. Lassen Sie es zu. Ich kann es hören. Bitte. Bitte.
How much space do I got
Schließ
here?
es wieder. Es kommt. Schließ es wieder.
I don't really need the meat.
Ich kann es hören.
Okay, I need those. Okay, I gotta open his cell to get in there anyway, so... Sucks to be him.
Schließ es wieder. Schließ es wieder.
I forgot there was like a grenade there.
Nein! Nein! Lassen Sie es zu! Nein!
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't kill him earlier, because there's like holes in every single one of those cells. Why'd the beast spare the prisoner? I have no idea. Yeah, I need to hurry up and get those because I'm almost out of fuel. Moment of silence with a prisoner. I don't think he... Go back into your hole. I want to go into your hole. You know, this thing is putting on an excellent rave. Okay. Wood. Anything back here I might want? Nope. Alright, let's go get what I need. Didn't even like do much onto him, did it? I need that other fuel can, you know. But I can't. But now the power. But now the power shut off. The cell's reclosed, so I can't get to it. Ready to fuck up some. You wrote that comment at the right time, didn't you? Okay. Well, this is going perfectly. Perfectly, it is. Thought the beast can't kill under tables. If it finds you, it can. Hold on, there's a door. Let's go. Let's do this quickly. Surprised the heavy footsteps don't trigger the monster to come find you sooner. Sometimes in some hallways it doesn't seem to do it, but if you do run, in a lot of places it does, since it counts as sound. But I've noticed that one particular hallway, as long as the lights are on, it doesn't usually come after you if you run there. Come on. You've already had, you know, after eating that guy, you'd think it had its feel. I don't have any bullets, unfortunately. But you know what? It's still a calming thing to hold in your hand. Good. Let's not forget to like jump over this thing this time. Space. Okay, I got space. Well, space for this and the other can. If I can avoid setting off this stupid thing. I won't let you jump in here because there's a roof above you. There we go. And also one other thing I need. I don't know if I'll really need it. It just gives me the map of this area, but I don't really need the map of this area because I've finished here. But there could be other stuff in there. Yeah, there is something in there I want to... Well, let me go back and save first, though, since I got the stuff I needed. Pick up noise sounds like learning a new ability noise from Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Alright. Not regenerator. How the fuck are you holding that brick? You had both hands. My mind power is activated. Alright? That's one of those things you're not supposed to question. You just do. Yeah. Use that. Alright, so I got meat. I don't need the gas grenade. Hell, my inventory is so full up. I need to use resources more. We'll keep a grenade on us. Alright, there's still one last thing to get in that room back there. So we'll go back and do that. Then we can go down into the tunnels. Protagonist has some real confidence stomping around like that. I mean, I only do it when I know he won't come out, like, for some reason in this hallway. It's only because the lights are on. If I had the lights off here, he definitely would. But this is like the best lit hallway in the game. So you're a little safe there. As long as the lights are on. Who locks up a file cabinet this hard? Bullets and notes. Alright, permission to court-martial. Permission to court-martial all the tunnel saboteurs is granted. Any mercy is to be meted out with your discretion. I don't know about you, but I have none left. I say throw them all in the pit, leave them there till Armistice or Judgment Day, whichever comes sooner. Reynard is dead. Reynard is dead, murdered in the halls outside his quarters last night, his body desecrated. Given the severity of violence done to him, Jasinski claims it must have been at least 2 assailants. I could have said it impossible to imagine any of our men committing such a heinous act, but after the tunnel sabotage, I clearly should have expanded my imagination. The guilty are among us. I will round up the most likely suspects. Interrogations to begin this afternoon. Reynard's body is being prepared to return to his family. He was a good man. This act will not go unpunished. Oh, more empty bottles. Thank you. I need more of those. Okay, that was all I got in here. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Vision got blurry. It means run. Blue. Alright. All that's left now is the tunnels, chat. All that's left. I don't know if I need the generator for down there. I'm assuming I still need to, like, generate the lights, so. Okay, we got one whole bullet for our gun. Well, actually, I didn't. Shit. I still only have the one bullet in it. I got... Oh, no, I got a second bullet for this other gun I don't have. That's what I got. Chad, what's French for you have a hairy pussy? Go, you know, Chat GPT exists these days, you know? I'll leave these 2 spots, open for, stuff. Alright. The tunnels are all the way down here at the end of this. I'm assuming that'll give me a new map. Hopefully a new save room as well. But hey, all this has been explored. The only thing I didn't get is like there's like you can make all the Molotovs you want, which I don't really need. And there's some extra grenades over there, but no big loss. Anyways, I'll do it. Do it. You think you'd find more ammunition and guns in a military bunker? You would think, but no, I guess they cleared it out. You love that my chat is a worldly bunch? Yeah, there's like, they're from all over. To the tunnels. Oh, is this a new generator? I think it is. Oh, it's a new generator. Holy shit. Where's the valve? Do I gotta hook it up somewhere? And there's no funnel on this one, so I guess I gotta do something with it somewhere else. Follow the pipe. Oh, you bastards. They wanted to redo the freaking monster in the water thing, didn't they? Oh, that turned it off? I guess that was a water pump and I need to get the power turned on so I can pump the water out. I don't think that's moving. Maybe I gotta like turn this off and then I can activate the pump. You had to pick the best gameplay from FF12, 13, 15, and 16. Which would you pick from those specifically? Then yeah, 16. That's the power wire that goes over there, but what am I missing here? Did you play Amnesia Rebirth? I've played every Amnesia game except for the Machine for Pigs, since it's shit. Oh my god, that switch is doing nothing. Put. Man, I feel real good about having more bullets right now. Supposedly there's another gun you get down here, but with that, you know, I've been collecting ammo for it, but even then I've only got the 2 shots. Chad, I have the urge to go cave exploring recently. Mainly because YouTube keeps recommending me all these, like, cave videos. Do it. Well, there is, like, apparently a very nice cave with a couple hours drive from where I live. So maybe eventually. New save point? So they were using a gun to shoot through a door, apparently. Well, I can use this to cut tripwires, I didn't realize. Ooh, you know, that's a pair of eyeballs. Dartigan the Explorer, I mean, hey. We all get that urge every once in a while. Poisson's madness. Had to see what the dark held, had to. Neuer, Farber, all of them. They don't have the right kind of eyes. There's a world down here full of seductions and secrets. And my eyes aren't right for it. Never mind that they trapped me down here. I have seen a vision of a gone world, bloody and terrible. Beautiful and awful, godly and infernal. All around me voices of the past, crawling, spinning, whirling. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want. I have to stop it. Can't see it anymore. It tasks me with what I do not know. Please, God above, if you ever were there in this, give me some way to end this. See it now. I see it now. See it now. See not. See it now. See it not. Whirling and whirling and whirling. It calls for blood. I'm sure he's fine. I mean, he's blind, so he's no threat to me anymore. Comment on Neuer's report. Our mad scientist is struck again. Neuer has filed a report claiming that the Romans use these tunnels to hold sadistic bacchanals? Bacchanals? What's a bacchanal? Is a bacchanal like a big orgy? Great festivals of cruel combat, torture, or worse. Further, they say these were all held in an arena over a great pit. Any who fell into it? Hell, fell into screaming darkness, his words? What a poet. I've been to the tunnels. They are tunnels. Full stop. Recommend surveillance on Neuer. Wrench location. Don't need that. Live in a part of the U.S. where there are tons of abandoned mining towns in the mountains. So I've always wanted to explore them. Usually, like a mining tunnel. You mean the town or the tunnels? Yeah, mining tunnels are usually not safe. Yeah, I would not go into those. But if there's like definitely like caves that are like you can go to like, you know, check out and have fun with. They're like specifically made for people to go check out and walk through. Mining towns is what I meant. I mean, I feel like if you explore one mining town, you've kind of seen them all. They're all just like, here's a bunch of decrepit buildings. You visited 7 LA Grotte des I can't pronounce it. Some caves in southern France. Caves are amazing, even winterized. Like I said, never, I've been, like I said, I've actually camped out in like a very like natural like rock cave. It wasn't fancy though. It's just like a, you know, just a big overhanging rock that you could like go under and like for like about 20 or 40 feet. So I've camped out in that before, but I wanted one of those caves that have all the, you know, I want them stalactites and stalagmites. You know, the fancy stuff. Alright. I guess we go this way now. Give me them sparkle. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, the cave I had is really just like a big opening in a rock, and you could like get into it. And it was like a cool little hangout spot me and my friends had. But I don't know, it's hard to call it like an actual cave since you know, it just really is like a giant overhanging rock with, you know, some, you know, 2 other walls. Be careful we don't want another nutty putty. I'm not gonna go like into those fucking caves you gotta get down your belly and like crawl through like a crevice that you can barely like slip your ass through. That ain't what I'm talking about. Screw that. Oh, that's what I'm here for, huh? The plunger. The plunger, chat. Your dumpy too big? Well, there's plenty of caves that are like you can just walk through, you know, they're like big open. Star in your Amnesia game called Amnesia, a cave for sinners. Not a bad title, I'll give you that much. Isn't a cave for sinners a euphemism for vagina? Only if you're like enormously like poetic. And also, yeah, to the point where people think you're weird. Okay, that's a vibrating rock. Oh, this must be that LK99 stuff I've heard about on Twitter, the room temperature superconductor. Floaty rocks, chat. Oh, and they also pop into existence. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Much. Ooh, I got no more inventory space. This ain't good. They didn't give me a, did they give me a chest up there by that lantern? Because I don't remember one, because I can't pick anything else up now. Let me go back and check. Is there an update on that superconductor stuff? Supposedly, like, there's still a lot of the tests haven't really revealed anything, but supposedly, like, some big Korean research group have like the original sample, and they're gonna run tests on it for the next few months. That's all I know about it. Supposedly, though, the attempts to reproduce it, though, haven't really come up with anything other than, or haven't really shown that it's a room temperature superconductor. But you know, maybe the original sample was like, you know, proper, and the other ones are just kind of fucked up. They seriously not giving me a chest here? How am I gonna like hold stuff? Let's go like chuck this grenade or whatever. Oh well. I've got 2 gas cannons.
It all gets lost in the can't see the sun. All the black smoke.
This is looking like, this atmosphere is like college dorm room level right now. Like you walk in, it's like, oh wow, can you guys turn on the the fan or something?
See the trees. So here I stay, down on my knees. Singing and singing. We were the world, we were. It all gets lost in a blinding twirl.
Look, can you like make this rhyme at the very least? I found some old euphemisms for vagina, like that. You wanted to spend money to tell me this, huh? Like that thatch cottage in Netherlands, and for a penis there is a silent flute and the staff of life, which is the funniest shit I've ever heard. You'll if you go looking through history, you'll find no shortage of people finding unique ways of talking about their junk. It's one of the things every single person has had fun with. A horse's dirty blinder might also be a name for one of those two things that guy just said.
A child's empty hand. A friend's stained armband. The news of the day still on the sand.
I get some more bullets.
And singing.
Way up here. Your cat did quite the art. What did she do?
It all gets lost.
All right.
Lost in a bloody
All right, I'm gonna predict he's gonna like knock me out when I walk to this door. That's a cutscene door. It's cracked open.
around the bend.
He's gonna be like standing behind it. He's gonna like whack me in the head.
Maybe some kind end. More likely, another wizard.
Maybe not. Couldn't pick this stuff up even if I wanted.
Turns men into creatures.
More grenades. Does the guy gouge his eyes out and was trapped in the tunnels? Yep, that's what I'm guessing. Luckily, it doesn't seem like the monster's down here, though.
We were the world.
Oh! Oh, okay. Thought it was aiming at me.
It all gets lost and still we
Well, I've got one bullet, Chad. Stop wasting the ammo. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm alive. Oh. How is he aiming at me when he's blind, by the way? Wait, is he using sound?
It all gets lost.
Oh, shit.
Lost in the terrible twirl.
Yeah, I had to bandage myself or those rats would have eaten me up.
I hear you. Can't see the sun. All the black smoke. Can't see
This is pretty cheap.
all the dead folk.
I only got the one bullet.
Can't see the ocean.
Oh, what? Well, I shot him, but then he...
You think pain will stay my hand? No, no, no.
Well, I got a grenade. That's all I got left.
We will the world. The world we will.
I mean, I don't have to kill him. I can just grab the plunger. They've added these freaking like shadows and make it really difficult.
A sad day in the...
Maybe I had the wrong idea and you're not supposed to kill him. I'm sure you can, though. Kill him with a shotgun? It's kind of... I can't see him, though. Is that him?
The horse's dirty blinder.
Shit. Yeah, that's him right there, but I got nothing that can kill him now. Yeah, the grenade kind of overshot.
A child's empty hand.
Alright. How many bullets does it take? I've only got the... I don't know how I can kill him with only like the one bullet. Plenty of material for Molotovs on the table? I mean, I guess that's the idea, but... Oh. That was bullet. Oh, it was bullet for gun. Did he blow himself up? No. Found a bullet, I think. Aim for the head, maybe.
It all gets lost, lost in the bloody twirl. What will come next around the bend?
Okay, the real one doesn't like walk around like a zombie, so...
Maybe some kind end. More likely another wizard. Magic! That turns men into grisite.
Come on, old man. Come to this room where I'm camping. Maybe I'll make some noise.
We were the world
Gotta be careful. The rats are also almost getting ready to look for me.
Or gets lost and still we
Gotta be near.
It all gets lost in a terrible twirl.
This is way scarier than the monster has ever been, chat. French people are terrifying.
Or the black smoke.
Did I miss? I fucking missed. Well, I'm now screwed. Unless there's like... Didn't I pick up a health kit?
Come see the dirt folk. All the dirt folk.
Yeah, I got another bullet.
Can't see the ocean. Can't see the trees.
And you, what the French did in Algeria, and you would be scared. Europeans in general are terrifying. Okay, it's got foggier. Maybe I did shoot him. Every time I think you shoot him, it gets foggier. Swear to God, I thought I picked up a big health pack.
Singing and singing. We were the world, we were.
Is that a phantom or the real one? I think that's the real one. He's got a gun. Gotcha. Shoddy mine. Okay. Now let me like make sure I didn't leave anything behind in this place. Blind man is tough. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking maybe at first because he's blind that maybe he was like tracking me by sound, but that clearly wasn't the case because he'd shoot at me. He'd just like know where I was at. I'm gonna die to these rats though because I don't have a heal. The fog, I feel, should clear up once the fight is over, so I can see what the hell I'm looking for. Is that a health? Is that a health? That's a fucking grenade. Ugh. I can as well. I mean, I can always like expend it if I don't want it. But no, I need to look for a health kit. 2 rags don't create a health kit. I don't have the inventory for holding 2 rags. I only got one thing I can hold right now. So sadly, can I use my lighter to light these up? Nope. Don't think so. Grenade. And rags. You can drop things and pick them up later? You can? Since when? I've tried, and it doesn't let me drop anything. Yeah, there's no dropping. Drop is X. Oh, well, that would have been nice to know earlier. Okay, if I can find another rag, I can heal myself. I think I did pass up a rag somewhere. Good. This is just a pain in the ass right now to find myself. Oh, fuck. Okay, okay, this is where I... Okay. This is where I first jumped down, right? Yeah. Okay, I remember moving these boxes. Come on, a rag. I just need a fucking rag. Just made a circle. Alright. Sorry this is taking so long, but yo, I can't see shit. There we go. This won't fully heal me, but it'll, you know, be close. Good enough. Alright, so shoddy we got acquired. Let's load this up. I'm assuming one shot from this will send the monster running my boomstick here. Let me go get my fuel can and then we'll like go down that murder pit I saw a second ago. How would you feel about Amnesia taking on another war for a horror setting, and which would you think would work? Any war can make a good horror setting, but to be honest with you, I would... This may be a really tasteless thing, but not so much a war, but a civil war, but how many of you are familiar with the fucking nightmare that went on in Cambodia in like the old mid-century? I always thought that would be a fucking terrifying setting. With the Khmer Rouge. Because that is like real life horror. They were literally stacking skulls and shit. So when I think of something I would never want to be part of, it's usually that or like the Battle of Stalingrad. Those are like the two like most horrific moments I can think of in like, recent human history. All right, now where was that freaking hole at again? Rape a Nanking, yeah, but that one might be hard to, that one, usually people don't even like talking about that. That one's got some real cultural sensitivity going on with it. But definitely that would be just... Where was that freaking room at? I'm so glad the monsters didn't pop up down here. That'd be a nightmare. Oh, here we are. Alright. Alright. We got what we came for, the other piece to like blow open the thing, and now he's gonna get the hell out of here. I don't know if I actually need to go this way, but I see no reason not to. Oh. Oh, this is that pit we like rescued our friend from. Oh, and that's the liquid we made him drink, or maybe he drank before we got to him. That turned him into a monster. Lambert. 1141. That's actually the last one we needed too. Got his toy rabbit. Stuffed rabbit toy might have sentimental value to someone. Can be thrown. Ooh. Yeah, that's the thing he drank out of. Imagine a Bosnian War Amnesia game. That would be wild, but probably too... I mean, no more... It'd be... I don't know. Well, Serbia certainly wouldn't like it. Alright, now we gotta go back through the freaking, like, sauna room and get the hell out of here. Same rabbit from the quarry? No, this is we picked up a note earlier from the guy who got turned into a monster. Said he bought the rabbit for his kid, and he was thinking about how it was left down the bottom of the pit we rescued him from. I don't even have room for, more gasoline. I mean, more grenades. I don't need more grenades. I got plenty back in my chest. Now I'm gonna have trouble finding the crawl space to leave, right? How long has this game been out? This game's been out for like just over a month now, I think. Here we go. Here we are. Wait, can I not? Oh, maybe I can't climb up on it while I got the gun out. Yeah, I guess I gotta find something small to climb back up there on. Smaller crate, there we are. So yeah, you don't have to kill that guy, but you don't get a shotgun from it otherwise. Whether it's useful or not, though, I don't know. Because it still won't kill the monster we're trying to, like, keep away from. But it might... Oh, well. You know what? Let's get to full health. Because I'm still a little wounded here. Really, I don't really think I need the stick anymore, so I could grab the gas can. Yeah, we'll grab more gas. The shame bell ringing? The shame bell. I like that concept. Yeah, now they're just giving me health all over the place. Alright. Now it's got to get back to my other save room, and then we can blow open the place and leave. Of course, it's not going to be that simple, though, is it? Not gonna be that simple. Let me go get something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back. Thank you for the bits, by the way. Polycarp, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, Aaron CW, your voice is so peaceful. Hey, well, thank you. I don't know how I do that, but you're not the first to notice and tell me about it. And I appreciate it, though. I'm glad you like it. If it helps you sleep or whatever you need it for, use it. Use my voice like the slut it is. Also, Polycarp, thank you for another 100 bits. Everyone's so nice today. What have I done? I'm the best voice. My voice is like a relaxing, like, acupuncture massage. Get the boomstick ready, just in case. I don't trust this game one bit. Your voice is kind of peaceful, that makes videos enjoyable. Well, like I said, the way I think of it is I try not to make my voice over emotional for videos. That way there's a level of indifference to it, so you don't feel like I'm being personal when I'm like criticizing a game. Voice had dropped 1,000 panties. Well, why aren't they sending me the pics for proof? How am I supposed to know if it actually dropped panties or not? Except for Vampire. Actually, no, I feel like I was not mean. The only video I can say that was definitely mean was the, Spec Ops: The Line. That was one of my earlier videos. That was where I learned the lesson to not be mean. And just, like, keep things, not personal. I don't like Vampire, but I wasn't personal when I was criticizing it. Spec Ops, you mean? Yeah, Spec Ops, I didn't, yeah. A lot of people still say, like, oh, that game's so great, man. It's like the anti-Call of Duty. It's like, maybe it is, but it still isn't very fun to play. Well, all we got to do, chat, is put the plunger right in its slot out there and we're good. Probably take a Molotov with me. Who knows what we're about to get into. Definitely one of these. I want one fuel can in there at the very... I don't know, I probably don't need fuel anymore, do I? Please don't feel obligated to answer. What is it? Oh, you're asking Puffy, never mind. It's not that it's just not fun, it's the story. They tried to do a story similar to Tone. Well, you mean for Spec Ops: The Line? Well, they're trying to do actually maybe a little bit of Fight Club, but it's mainly Apocalypse now. Hold on, chat. Alright, so this might, I'm not sure if this is the end of the game or not, but we'll find out. Haven't watched Apocalypse Now to know. Yeah, if you've ever watched Apocalypse Now, you instantly recognize the plot they're trying to do. Alright, so... Is this loaded? I don't know if we're going to be doing combat, but... I've got one whole bullet in this. And... This can be number 2 now. I don't need the pocket watch. So we can put the pocket watch away. And we're not going to need this anymore, so we can put that away for the wrench. We can take the health count with us. I don't need the lighter either, but I definitely don't need the bolt cutter. Oh wait, no, before I do this, I do need to go get that last thing out of that one guy's personal locker. Don't want to forget that. So let's go ahead and put one fuel can into this. Actually, I don't need to. It's just right across the hall for me. Lambert. Lambert is 1141. Thank you for the bullet. And the note. Hey, Aaron, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much.
Again, in the chapel, trying to pray, but my mind is too alive with thoughts of the crater. The rabbit, and that water, its taste. And yet I don't feel tired. Instead I feel this itch, a sense
Itchy,
that there
tasty.
are things I must do. Purpose. A bloody purpose higher than any of man's petty wars. 13th July 1916. Morning. Everyone's talking about hearing scratching at the walls. Tremblay even claims to have heard howls echoing through the barracks. I feel strange myself. Can barely find the words to write. My hands feel so odd. Gnarled. Bulbous. Like they don't belong to me. I hesitate to write this, but a thought keeps echoing in my head. A thought I must not act on. A bloody thought so seductive. It calls. It calls. It calls. 15th July 1916. Madness in the barracks this morning. Renard's dead. They say murder but will not show us the body. A dream rises in my mind. Countless cruel eyes upon me. Must check on Henri. Wish he would wake. Could use a friend. My prayers remain unanswered. 18th July 1916. Blood on my hands. Blood on my hands. Blood on my hands. Their pain. I want more of it. I can hear Tremblay now. Coming closer. 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 I can get what I want from him.
It's just the normal French, Friday chat. This is what happens when they don't get what they want in, like, union agreements. If you've paid attention to the news, you've seen plenty of it out in the streets. Totally normal. Alright, the bomb is right over there, so. Alright. Let's finish up our preparations. What do I want to take with me for whatever is about to happen? I got a Molotov. Could make a second Molotov. Got my big old health kit, the rabbit. I doubt I need the lighter. So I could take another health kit with me in case I need to, like, not die. You know what? We'll just see what happens. Let's do it, chat. Every time I went to France, there was a nationwide strike. First time was the airliners, and the second time was the train union. Walk past them setting chairs on fire and waving, but yeah, they don't just, like, walk peacefully in the streets. There's like, you know what? Fuck you and everything about you. Alright, plunger in. Alright. And yeah, now I'm gonna save one last time. Now that I got empty space. The national sport verse. I mean, you're very good at it. You're actually probably at this point better than anyone. Alright, sure. I'm expecting a monster fight. And healing is kind of slow. Grenade. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm almost ready to rejoin the war. Let's get our secret weapon out. Rabbit. Oh shit, didn't mean to throw it. Give me the rabbit.
No.
Wait a minute. Oh, for fuck's sake. That ain't the exit. Is it? That can't be the exit. Also, thank you for the bits, by the way. Alright. You experienced this? What the hell are you gonna tell your superiors? And will they believe you enough to give you time off? I mean, they probably just think you got shell shock, right? Yeah, I don't know if I need... I don't think I need the generator once I jump down there, so... Might as well use up the... make another Molotov. Keep the last fuel can in case I need it. Finally links back up with the main force after killing a demon monster from hell and gets shot for desertion. I mean, it's very likely. I mean, we'll be sent to a human wave attack after this. What's that? Deal with a monster beyond the darkness? Well, that's really nice, Sonny Jim. Now, grab a rifle. You're going over the... going over the trenches in the morning. Don't know why I made that a British guy since it's French, but you know what? Best I could do. Alright, I'm prepared to go to war. I've got my stuffed rabbit. I feel confident. I've got my comfort stuffed animal. Rabbit's all I need. I think it might be. Interesting. Why are you holding a rat doll? It was like the monster bought it for his child before he turned into a monster, so I figured maybe we can like throw it at him. This doesn't look like it was built by the French. This is clearly German engineering. Okay, they clearly want me to make a lot of Molotovs here for some reason. Just getting a yellow suspicion they want me to make Molotovs. Yeah, if that's what they want, I'll make another Molotov, by god damn it. Alright, so taking stock, 2 Molotovs, 2 grenades, 3 Molotovs actually. 2 grenades, health kit, shotgun, that is, I think, fully loaded? Let me see, do I got room for another shell in there? Yeah, there we go. I think I'm feeling pretty confident. that hit over there? Oh yeah, it is it. Oh, let's use up one of these Molotovs. Burn, bitch! Shit, that didn't do it enough. Yeah, I don't think you can... Still can't kill it, I don't think. Fuck. Didn't I have more rounds loaded into that? I'm almost positive I did. Okay, game, if you're giving me all this ammo all of a sudden, that kind of makes me feel like I can fight it now, but I don't think that's the case. You can't kill it. You're making me feel goofy, alright? You made me feel goofy. Alright, let's make another Molotov then. Should have tried. Why didn't I try the rabbit, chat? What was wrong with me? All I needed was that the entire time. Time to start drinking. We only use our our fuel substances, our bottles for Molotovs. You deadpan like you should do an animated version of Ash from Evil Dead. I mean, most people usually compare my voice to like that, that serial killing llama from Llamas with Hats. They do have a bit of a point. They're like, because I have watched that show and I do kind of sound like that. Like, Carl, what are you doing? I'm just killing babies. That's what I do. But actually, I can kind of do both. But Carl, it's bad. Who's to judge me? You? Society? God? I don't believe in those things. Come on, little rabbit. Wasn't this one knocked down last time? I do remember walking across this one, actually. That's bizarre. Yeah, that was... I walked across that when I came through here last time. Oh yeah, I got too much shit. Fuck. Hey, you're in my path. That's right, run. Oh, you poop! That's my gonna be my footstool. Asshole. Turns out Molotovs kind of suck. What I also, yeah, I need, alright, this time using the rabbit. Not sure why I'm not doing that. Rabbit is clearly the secret for getting through this fight. There's a reason I went and grabbed it. If I throw it, he'll probably like chase it. In fact, it's probably the key to getting the great ending. Actually, are there multiple endings in this game? There's usually been multiple endings in, well, in the Amnesia games. Streamer energy? Sure, I can take a drink. This is randomly, like, lowering itself and not lowering itself. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not even, like, concerned with Molotovs anymore. They're kind of like shit. Give me the grenade. Bunker. There are 2 endings that can be achieved depending on the actions of the player against the stalker in this arena. He's coming. Go get the rabbit. I said go get the fucking rabbit. Right here, rabbit. Oh, he went for the rabbit. I got an achievo from it. Thank you for ruining the mood, yo, achievements. That only, like, keeps him busy for so long, though. Fuck out of here. Alright, you know, the shotgun isn't any better than the pistol, I'm finding. At putting it down and making it leave you alone. Alright, so I'm assuming the better ending comes from, like, giving it the rabbit. Maybe. Alright, this turned into a shit show. Regular shit show chat. For ending 1, you just escape. For ending 2, you must kill the monster, but I'm not going to spoil how. Yeah, I'm assuming you can't just like kill it by shooting it a lot. I'm assuming it might have something to do with like dropping it down into a pit. I haven't tried going over this way yet. Oh, it's because I can't. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Rabbit is definitely bait. Didn't mean to grab that. Okay, that one stay risen up. Alright, these. Throw it on a bridge. I mean, it's obviously an option, but. What? Came out of something over here, didn't it? Could look around some more instead of just trying to get you all out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. You ever get a clear view of the monster? Yeah, there's been several times. It's like I've had it in a corner and died. Alright, I'm gonna leave this there since I know he's coming that way. Oh shit! Oh dip! I think we just freed it into the world. Did you beat it? Well, technically it's free to like you'll maybe it'll go after the Germans. Well, no, we're about to become a prisoner of war. That's one ending. All right, so how do you kill it? Because I didn't. All I could do is raise bridges up there. We could try for the other ending. Good, yeah. Boy, this monster is loose. World War I is going to end differently. No, well, I don't know. I think like an artillery shell into it will finish it off pretty well. Yeah, I couldn't see any obvious way of killing it there. All I could do is like raise and lower bridges. It just gives you the same cutscene without the monster. Oh, that's not that really any. That's kind of, you know, okay, it's not even really worth it then, is it? It just, oh, so you still fall in like the pit of like, you know, dead people and, you know, the Germans capture you. If during the final confrontation, Henry takes notice of the brittle state of some of the bridges, he can lure the beast into one of the wooden bridges by angering it with his presence or letting himself get spotted, or by throwing the rabbit toy on the wooden planks of the bridge. So then what? Then you have to like chuck a grenade to blow the wood up, or it just like the weight breaks it? I didn't notice any wooden bridges actually, weirdly. Once the beast is on one of the bridges, Troy will keep it distracted for a brief moment, or else it can be stunned by shooting with a revolver or shotgun to keep it in place. Henry then is able to collapse the wooden bridge under the creature with a grenade or a shotgun blast to its frame, breaking it with the stalker plummeting to its death at the hands of the shadow. We might still do that, actually. You just came in here. We're technically not done yet. I might go ahead and get the other ending. Just to say I completely beat the game. Throw the rabbit on a wooden bridge. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't looking for a wooden bridge. That seems pretty easy to do. Apparently no different ending other than that it doesn't get out into the world, but... Haven't seen the other Amnesia games, but why were they bad compared to this and the original? Well, the original set the stage for like horror games for like an entire generation, because it was the one that did the whole like, what if like you don't look at the monster and you have to hide from it, and a million YouTube careers were launched by it. Then a different team handled Machine for Pigs, and it wasn't. It's more of a walking simulator than anything else. You rarely are under any threat whatsoever, and you can't really lose. So a lot of people did not like it. The third one wasn't that bad. I feel it wasn't as good as the first one. It didn't really meet the standard of the original Amnesia, but it was definitely better than Machine for Pigs. It was just more heavy-handed in its plot, and it just didn't. I guess a lot of people didn't like that as much. This one is also different as well, in that it's like there's very little plot at all, and it's more open-ended how you could approach things, and it's also a smaller game. But it kind of worked to its advantage. It just kept things simpler this time. The last one got too complex. Oh, Machine for a Pig, just a bad dream. It doesn't exist. I mean, I'm not that big of a fan of the Amnesia games. I'll go that far. I'll just say like, it was a mistake. It came out during the era of like when a lot of like indie developers thought, what if we made like a game where you just like walk and nothing else happens except some dialogue. You don't see too many walking simulators these days, actually. What is this? 7 hours to beat, longest time between saves, 19 minutes, time saved, 94, number of deaths, 28. Most of those were me just offering myself up to the beast to be eaten. I only killed one rat. Bullets fired, shotgun shells fired, grenades thrown, gas grenades thrown, petrol bombs, flares thrown, didn't throw any flares, health items used, generator refills, blackouts, traps triggered, corpses burnt, fire started, doors destroyed, time spotted by the stalker, 21, items crafted, stalker, bullet hit count, 17. So the 23 bullets I fired, 17 of them landed. This is a short game. Horror games generally are, shorter than, your average. All right, let's see if we can get the other, ending real quick. 2010 was the age of the cinematic games, aka walking. Well, walking simulators aren't cinematic. They're really just like very cheap games where you just had to like plug in like an environment and have some like usually British lady narrate and make it sound deep that you're walking through a forest path. Like, I like a good nature trail too, but I wouldn't really want to like pretend that a video game is a replacement for one. I think this is the best direction Amnesia can lead toward. I still feel the first Amnesia is the best Amnesia, in my opinion. Alright, shoo. Yeah, we don't really need anything but the grenades, do we? We'll take another one just in case. Alright, let's see if we can kill this thing. .74% shooting percentage. I mean, it's, yeah. I think actually most of my misses came on like the actually, I guess I didn't count the miss I had. I only had one miss on the guy with the gun. Dude has a huge thumb. You should see the size of my hands. I have huge freaking hands. Nice noise. I mean, they had their uses. Huge hands for pleasing the ladies. I mean, I guess that's one of them. That's where you're supposed to get the idea you can break it and kill it, right? Okay. Like this one right here, right? Come get your wabbit. Here I am, you want to kill me? Come on, come and get me, I'm right here! That's right. Do it! Oh shit, this place is collapsing. Oh shit. You were creating Predator? Was that what I was doing? Oh fuck, they already like blew this open for me. Oh, get to the chopper! Oh, let's stick a knife in there, see what's going around. Oh, good old Arnold impressions, you know? Put the cookie down. Put the cookie down. Yeah, it's the same thing. They could have given you a little bit different ending, other than just like no monster getting free. Did you get the achievement? Yeah, I got the achievement. Not that that matters. Here we see the aftermath of yet another French strike. Hey Garrus, you have a good night, man. I do believe I've completed this game, chat. This here video game. It is cringed. You know what? Overall, definitely the second best Amnesia game. I enjoyed it. I liked how it was like tried to be. They did try to like bring guns into it, even though there are just for the stalling mechanism. I wish they would have done a little bit more with it, like using it to like shoot stuff in the environment to like solve puzzles as well. Really a tragic moment. Imagine surviving a monster just to be caught by the... I mean, that was obviously going to happen. I mean, World War I was going on while we were down there. It never stopped. One down, many more games. Let's see. I got Street Fighter 6 to finish, if I feel like it. And I also Legend of Dragoon. Baldur's Gate 3 will not be finished anytime soon, because we're currently only planning like maybe 1 to 2 streams of that a week, and that is a very long game. Senpai, you have arrived. Do you see what's happening on the screen, Samurai? I just beat the game twice. Got both endings. But I'm still here. I'm not leaving just yet. I can just sit here and chat with you guys for a while. How about that? What if I just chatted with you, chat? I got some time to kill. There's still time for some of you to send me those pictures of drop panties. Apparently my voice does to you as well. The lines are open. Play Persona 5. That's becoming like... You know that thing that the musicians always get asked to sing every year I perform a certain song? Like, play Wonderwall! That's what Persona 5 is to me at this point, isn't it? Like, Wonderwall! Persona 5 is my Wonderwall. I don't know how to feel about that. What about that about YouTube reactions? What about YouTube reactions? You want me to like just pull up a YouTube video and react to it? I kind of need like a face cam on for that. You with drop panties, you can't even handle a ball. Well, handling the... Once the panties are dropped, it's not my duty to handle the balls. You chat with us, you can't even... Chad, you've all got one joke and I love you for it. And it's a joke that I gave to you. You can just sin an anime and get Guilty Gear Strive.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball!
There you are. Thank you for the bits. I'd rather not sin anime, thank you. There's already a few anime sin channels that exist. I'll leave that to them. I'll leave that, yeah, that horrible hellscape to them. Considering that the big reactors aren't even on the stream when they react, you're having... Well, they aren't really doing a whole lot. They are just sitting there, like, watching and sometimes, like, leaving the room and leaving their chair there, but... I'd feel dirty doing that, honestly. I don't know, I guess that's some sign of morals, but I don't know, I feel... I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, you know, reacting in general, but you have to do some transformative, you know, performance to it. Play Shinmu. I actually own that. I'll have to, like, play it at some point. But, yo, apparently, though, there's big money in reacting. $100 million, apparently. What I've seen and hear about BG3, it has 3 acts. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. But it takes a while to play through it. Play Wo Long? I'm done with that game. I was not enjoying it. Please don't play Shenmue. You mean you don't want me to play, you know, a sweet Japanese boy trying to avenge his father in small town Japan? It's a classic, alright? I mean, it's not great, but who can deny the drive, the people to watch me play it? You know that'll bring in some people like, yeah, I want to see him, like, play this shit. It's not that bad, it's just, like, time, it's just weird, and you gotta schedule shit in the game.
What a mansion!
Really? On this open sky, huh? But thank you for the bits, by the way. What game you playing next? Like I said, I might play Legend of Dragoon tomorrow, I'm not sure. Or I could play Street Fighter 6. I don't know, I'm starting to wonder if I'm done playing System Shock, because it's been a while since I last played that now. I mean, I kind of like had my fill of it, and I think chat did as well. I don't really, I mean, not, maybe, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I really feel like going back to play more of it. Legend of Dragoon streams are always fun, yeah, but chat doesn't like watching them. Look at this stream. This stream is like averaging like over 70 viewers for the entire run. Legend of Dragoon is lucky if it gets 50. And if I maybe I should like just like lie to my YouTube channel and say, yeah, this is totally a research stream. I'm definitely gonna sit Legend of Dragoon, so you guys get in here. Level. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing Legend of Dragoon. I'm just, you know, pointing out the obvious. I've already put so many like streams into it. It'd be stupid to stop playing it now. Plus, I want Chad to like see the final boss and that fight in general. If you haven't already spoiled it by looking it up on YouTube. But hey, once I'm done with that, the only other old PS1 JRPG I plan to stream is actually Chrono Cross, which I guess I'll save for next year. So, Chad, what would you like to discuss? We got some time. I don't want to end this stream just yet. It's only been like 2 hours and 30 minutes. You ever look into a game called Solar Ash? That feels like it's one of those space empire sim games. That soundtrack rolls so hard. To Chrono Cross, it does. It's one of my favorite soundtracks, actually. Mainly, that was another one of those like PS1 games I would put on. I'd have save files for specific areas, just so I could like load it up and just like leave it on the background. Because I didn't have the soundtracks then. I just like put the music on. Another game tonight? No, I'm just gonna be chatting with Chad for a while. I don't feel like playing another game after that. Is Invisible War still on the table? If I can get the game to fucking run. I've looked into it and I've tried using like fan patches, nothing works. So if someone can find a way to make Invisible War run on Steam, I would definitely like play it. Because I have had no luck in getting that game to fucking run. Time Scar is just the best. Is that the one that plays when you fight that sad fisherman guy in like the frozen time place? Because I remember that one being just like a song I used to have on my MP3 player. Or is that the opening like, yo, the opening like really frantic violin music? Da 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 da. You know, that's. Puff, you have a good night. I like the soundtrack in Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger has a great soundtrack as well. But like I said, Chrono Cross is the one I got nostalgia for, so that's one I think of. The Irish violin on cocaine, yeah. I mean, hey, I guess it fits since they did base. They gave Kid like an Irish accent, didn't they? He's always like talking about kicking your arse to the moons. Are you feeling Kingdom Come Deliverance this year? This year? I don't know. I kind of keep forgetting that game even exists. At some point, I need to play it. I know it's got some goofy shit that happens in it. Friggin' hand drum rhythm that is just ridiculous. Shame Square Enix doesn't realize they still own that franchise and doesn't want to do anything with it. Yo, Chrono Cross was a weird game because how many characters could you have in your party in that game? Like 50 or so? Just about every NPC in the game can become a party member, I feel like. And they all have like a personal story you can go on. Advent Children had a bussing OST. It had the one Sephiroth theme song, the fight song, that's it. Well, that's not true. There's a few other fight songs that were pretty cool. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 this year. It comes out in November. Yeah, I got it marked on my own calendar. So I'll be playing that. Not that I'm looking forward to it. There's way more important games out there. But COD videos usually do pretty well. Kids in Aussie. I mean, I guess, but for some reason in the translation, I always thought she sounded like she was like Irish or Scottish. But then again, I guess maybe like Aussies say arse too. Call of Duty is going to suck. It's going to be a Call of Duty game. It'll be a 6 to 7 hour shooter. That's usually pretty competent. It just doesn't really like matter to me because I don't really care about the franchise. You like Advent Children's full motion videos more than the actual OST. Saw the Tifa fight set. So this drum and bass track called Hold Your Color. It's cool. What's a book I've read recently? I haven't read a book recently. I did buy a Stephen King book for like the first time in a decade because I liked what it sounded like. I haven't started reading it yet. It's called I think it's just called Fairy Tale. It's like, I thought it maybe was connected to like his older like classic book, The Talisman, because it sounded like it was in the description. So I decided to buy it, but I haven't started reading it yet. I did like Talisman is probably my favorite book of his, so I was hoping it'd be like that. But because the actual sequel to Talisman wasn't that great. It was one of those like books I read of his, like, you know what, I think I'm done with King because you like ruined this. That's alright, we'll see. What's Talisman about? It's about this kid who's like, his mother's dying of cancer, but his father, when his father's dead, but when his father was alive, he had the ability to cross over to this other like fantasy world. And the kid has it too, and he goes on a journey to hopefully find a way of saving his mom. And he also has to deal with like his evil uncle who wants to take over the family business. It doesn't really sound that great when I'm describing it, but it actually works really well. It's like a modern American fantasy story to a degree. And he ends up teaming up with like a werewolf guy at one point, and then like getting on a train ride and like killing a bunch of werewolves. Or finally, like, you know, finding the talisman and using it to heal his mom and stuff. It's almost entirely the plot of Ni no Kuni. Well, maybe they ripped it off. I just watched Gerald's Game, and the end basically ruined the whole movie. Gerald's Game. What is that? It sounds familiar to me. You've been planning to read Christine. Is that the one about the killer car? I've never read that one, but he has another book about another killer car that's called a Buick 8 that I did read. It was kind of mid, but is like somewhat interesting. It is overly long, like all of King's books are these days. But as for that, I haven't really been looking too much into books recently. I've been too busy. From a Buick 8, yeah, that. What do you think of the Dark Tower? I love the first 3 books. Those are like, I remember like just being really soaked into those when I read through them. All the books preceding that, I didn't really care too much for. Like the 4th one, which was like, I believe like a prequel, was like, I kind of like didn't care for. And then the last 3 books that he like wrote in like a rush to get them out because he's afraid of dying and not finishing the series, I was immensely disappointed with them. Especially how it all just tied together. So, that was, yeah. First 3 books, mwah, chef's kiss. Stephen King book, a married couple who arrive at an isolated house for a holiday. When the husband dies of a sudden heart attack, his wife left handcuffed to the bed without the key. With little hope of rescue, must find a way to survive, all while battling her inner demons. So the entire book is like just her laying in a bed. That's an intro, I guess. I mean, it sounds a little bit like, it sounds interesting, and also, yeah, but hey. Feels like it should be a short story, though, in an entire novel. Funny how Stephen King is widely known for his horror books, but the dude really wanted to create his own Lord of the Rings. Well, he, like I said, he has a decent amount of actually just fantasy and now like regular suspense novels. For a while, yeah, he was known for horror, but he started doing fantasy pretty early on. Like, there's one that's also tied to the Dark Tower, but I forget, it's like the Dragon in the Stone or something. I forget the name of it. Has the same villain in it as the Dark Tower. There's a dog that eats her husband and other stuff. I haven't read much of Stephen King recently, but does he always put like weird sex stuff into his books still? His more recent stuff? Because that sounds like it. You guarantee you read a Stephen King book, at some point there's going to be like a weird sex scene in it. Or something along those lines. Eye of the Dragon, yeah, that's it. That was a really good one. And he what's more, at the end of it, he hinted at that in the Eye of the Dragon that at some point it was going to like, those characters were going to end up in the Dark Tower, and they never did. Do you have a favorite Stephen King movie? Mine's mixed with It and The Mist. I actually have not seen The Mist yet, but I heard it was very good. I have read the short story though. As for a favorite Stephen King movie, obviously yes, The Shining. I don't see how that's just like one of the greatest movies ever made in terms of like horror movies. It's just like, yeah, it's hard not to like The Shining, even if Stephen King didn't. It's weird sex stuff and everything. I didn't know if he'd like tone that down. Because I know it used to be there was always weird sex shit, so I maybe figured his recent books maybe he didn't have like, okay, here's the Stephen King sex scene you all know is going to show up. Because every time I read a Stephen King book, every time I turn a page, I'm like, okay, is this going to be the page where he like someone whips their cock out in a weird way, or does something something questionable? Shining is great, but you also love It from 2007. I heard that was good. I mean, I still don't think it's gonna be better than The Shining though. Another Stephen King book that is great. What's the name of it? The one where the kids are walking along train tracks. That you never. Uh, shit. Honestly, his best movies were outside The Shining were the non-horror ones. So like Stand By Me, wasn't it? Stand By Me, the Shawshank Redemption, and that was the other one, Green Mile. Those are all his best movies. Isn't the book of Stand By Me like completely different though? Forgot that Shawshank Redemption and the Green Mile are Stephen King books. Yeah. He actually has had people like claim he didn't write those. Like some old woman who said that she was a fan of those but didn't like him and like claimed he didn't write them. We all forget the part in where the kids have a moment together as adults. No, that is the out of all the things he's ever written, that's the most like what the fuck moment in any book almost ever. Like everyone still brings that up to this day whenever you talk about Stephen King. It's like, hey, do you remember like when Stephen King did this for like just randomly? Page 1128 of it. That scene in it is the equivalent of that certain hentai manga that everyone knows the numbers of. That's how powerful of a scene it is. And members of chat are already like, they're drawing the line in their head. Once I said like the numbers of a certain hentai, you're like, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, see, Trash has posted it. He knows what I'm talking about. Didn't he do tons of coke when he was doing coke and drinking a lot? So one of the reasons a lot of his characters were usually alcoholics and everything else in his early books. But he doesn't even remember writing Cujo. He was so lit. You're clueless. Well, if you must know, there's a very infamous, like, strangely well written but very depressing Japanese hentai manga that pretty much everyone knows about, even if they don't read hentai. It's called Metamorphosis, I think, but it's like people are so familiar with it, they know like the HTML numbers that'll lead you directly to it. So you don't even have to like mention the name of it, you just mention the numbers and people are like, oh, that one. But it's usually you don't get that kind of plot in like what is essentially like jerk off material, but it's just like, it's also a rough read. You're a changed person afterwards. And it's not even like it's like gross out stuff. It's just like a a very dark, serious storyline. So it's like the Stephen King of hentai, I guess. What's up, my guy? Sex be dark and serious. Well, it's not really the sex actually. The sex in it is completely, basically like nothing you haven't seen in like maybe like Game of Thrones or whatever. It's the overall plot actually. Apparently the mangaka for Metamorphosis had an interview on YouTube and he wished he had made it more depressing. I mean, I don't know how much more you can make it more depressing than what it is. But it's infamous now. It's like part of, like, I think it's probably the most well-known out there. Sex in the Dark? What? Sure, why not? There's a JoJo edit of it where Josuke comes in at the end and saves her. If only. You've never heard of this once? We must read different material. Roll in different circles, I guess, online. But it's a pretty well-known internet phenomenon. Like I said, all you gotta do is mention the numbers and people, oh, let me get those for you. Never thought you'd bring this hentai up. Well, I only brought it up in context of talking about, the dark, weird shit you find in a Stephen King novel and how it's analogous to that. Analogous? Whatever you say that word to it. What are the numbers though? Just like search up Metamorphosis hentai and it'll probably bring it up for you. I think it's from a guy called Schindel or whatever his name is. Tears of the Kingdom was disappointing to me. I mean, you're allowed to be disappointed by a game everyone else liked. That's perfectly fine. What disappointed you about it though? What were you hoping for out of it? I personally I loved that game. However, was disappointed that the Sky Island shit got kind of tiresome really quickly. And I didn't really, most of them are just the same variation of like, here's another like cross-shaped island with a launcher on it and like a gotcha machine. And here's a shrine on it. And so I didn't really feel like that was that interesting. Honestly, even though the underground isn't that great either, the underground ended up being way more interesting than the Skylands to me. I'm not sure. I was hoping for more Breath of the Wild. I mean, they literally just like, here's the Breath of the Wild map. It really is just more Breath of the Wild with building mechanics. So the next Zelda game, though, I hope is like has a new map and something else. I don't know. Not using it again. Breath of the Wild felt so zen and nature oriented, and that wasn't in Tears of the Kingdom. I guess you could put that out there. I mean, I guess that was also the point, though. It wasn't supposed to be as naturey. Am I gonna play Baldur's Gate 3? I've already started playing it. I did a stream of it like a couple days ago, and we'll be doing another stream of it on Monday. So I'm currently playing that with two of my friends. You're lurking. Dinner time. What are you having? Very misleading with the marketing with how little time you spend in the sky. Yeah, I thought that was actually where you're gonna spend a lot of the time up there doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And no, it's like only like a few times you really need to go up there. Usually for like just those 2-3 dungeons, and then most of them are just like you can bypass if you. I also feel that Tears of the Kingdom has a problem of properly rewarding you for exploration. Like, exploration is fun in the game, but usually all you get is like, here's another weapon you'll like hold on to forever because you're afraid of using it. Or like all you really want when you're exploring things is like new outfits to wear because those are like permanent. But you don't get those too often. You know, Straight, you have a good night, man. Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. But hey, I did like a lot about Tears of the Kingdom. I like the you know, I felt the plot was better than Breath of the Wild, even though it's basically the same thing. You found a shrine? Here, have a ruby and fuck off. Yeah. It just didn't know it was very prime. And since what's more, most of the weapons you find, you have to like fuse them anyways. Whatever you get from like a reward, you still is only one half. You have to like, you still use it on something else. So it's like, it never felt like, after a while, it's like, okay, it's gonna get another like piece of shit out of this. And there's also way too many like very big collection quests in it, like the bubble frogs and finding all the wells and finding all the Koroks, and all you get from those is like, here's some nothing. You don't get anything special. Like, why would, for the longest quest it take so many hours, would you not have a proper reward ready? Legend of Zelda has more lore than human biology. Does it? I've never really felt Legend of Zelda is lore heavy. It has lore, but in terms of like depth, there's way deeper lore out there than what Legend of Zelda has. Zelda's lore is just confusing because it has 3 different timelines, but even each individual game is also pretty simple. I mean, all of them basically have the same thing. It's like, oh, evil bad guy want Triforce. So, I mean, try getting to Warhammer. Now, that's some lore, density of the lore. Or, well, there are several things out there have, you know, dense lore. But it's mainly because it gets retconned a lot too. Though they try to claim it isn't being retconned. Like, oh no, it's just that we have different timelines, that's all. If I do give you Dead Rising 1 and 2 and 3, we'll send them or play it. I do know you wish you did. I actually already own Dead Rising 1, and I remember not liking that game very much actually. It's like the one of the first Xbox 360 games I bought, and I remember getting kind of tired of it. As for Sinning 1, 2, and 3, I don't know. I can't promise it. I don't know, so I really don't know about that. Maybe, I mean, they're sinnable. They just, it's not high on my list at the moment. Warhammer is so lore heavy that the last 2 books of the Siege of Terra are gonna become 3. The Siege of Terra, is that like the Horus Heresy, or I didn't know Terra was under siege again. Last time I heard that happen, it was like 10,000 years ago in the lore, and it was like the Horus Heresy attacking it. What's up, Ghost? How you doing? I was hoping I wouldn't finish this game so quickly tonight, though. But, yeah. 3-hour stream is still a pretty decent length stream. It's Horus Heresy. Haven't they already written that before, though? So they're just like, do they like write Horus Heresy again every few years? Like, what if we give you a new take on the Horus Heresy? 40k has so much lore, the internet is made up of 49% of it. I mean, that is kind of the thing with any, like, tabletop game of any kind. It's always has to make it itself available to, like, fan lore. Kind of hurting bad from COVID. You got COVID, man? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you gone and got anything for it? I'd recommend seeing a doctor if you need to. The 20-year-long story. Has anything changed in my workouts? I mean, if I add any new exercise to it? No. I'm kind of like at the point where I have all the exercises I want to do. It's more about just increasing the weight or the amount of repetitions. I have a goal of wanting to be benching 210 by the end of the year. So right now I'm at like 180. I could definitely do 190, but I'm still working at, doing my time at 180 for a while before I move on to 190. And other than that, some other stuff here and there. I heard 40k. Who is excited for Space Marine 2? I actually am looking forward to that. Hopefully it's good though. It can be the new Gears of War. I like that 40k is so obscure and dense you can carve out a personal pocket and it doesn't affect anything. Exactly. It's also, when you have a setting that expands the entirety of a galaxy, you give people a lot of room. Would you ever run a marathon? You mean an actual, like, your running event? Maybe. I have no problem with that. I like running. So yeah, I could do that. There's none in my area, so no option for that actually though. So I had to move somewhere else or travel for it. 40k overshadowed the original Warhammer Fantasy series. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the reason they even called itself Warhammer Fantasy now. It used to be called Warhammer, I think, wasn't it? And then they came out with 40k and like, okay, we gotta distinguish these more. They also have Warhammer, like, Age of Sigmar, don't they? But people didn't like that, so they had to bring back fantasy. Will I send Mortal Kombat 1? Yes. I will send Mortal Kombat 1. I might need to send... I might have to, like, send the DLC for Mortal Kombat 11 first for, because that kind of explains how they got to that point. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Actually, I probably don't need to. Liu Kang did end up with the time powers at the end of Mortal Kombat 11. You're actually pretty good at coming up with lore for books. Could probably apply some of it to 40k, especially the getting high on demon possession idea. Well, if I were to do that, I'd rather like do that in my own book if I ever write it. Because I do think that was a pretty good idea for like a, well, somewhat counterculture, like edgy, shit. But if I don't know, I probably will never try to write a book again. I feel I would have tried doing that by now if I were going to. Honestly, I would prefer to write like a graphic novel, but that requires someone with art skill. Because I feel like I can think better in images than I can with words sometimes. So if I ever wanted to turn Lucifer Snow into something, I'd probably aim for a graphic novel of it. Either that or a world building book. I've noticed a lot of people do like world building art books these days. Cormac McCarthy died last month. Who's this again? The name isn't ringing a bell. Author wrote The Road and No Country for Old Men. Oh, okay. Was he like old, or was it like unexpected death? World building and character creation is my favorite hobby. It's one of the few things I've actually, succeeded at in books before, instead of just finding a plot and characters. But you consider writing a lore book on your favorite game? No, because I don't have the rights to that. And my favorite games, is like stuff like Deus Ex and Half-Life and Final Fantasy 9, so I would get sued. There's no point. The lore already is there. At that point, you're better off just adding to the Wikipedia. Voice actor for Dale died recently. I did hear about that, yeah. May he rest in conspiracy theory heaven. Also wrote Blood Meridian. It's a fucked up book, but I recommend reading or listening to the audiobook. What's it that about? You can write fanfic for FF9. Excuse me, I have standards. Writing fanfic is, not in my cards. No thank you. I will not be writing fanfic. I've never really understood the purpose of writing fanfiction either, other than like put yourself into the story. If given the rights, would you? If I were given the rights to a major multi-million-dollar, or sometimes even franchise, would I then just use it to write a lore book? I think I would have other things I could do with it. Blood Meridian is very violent. It's about scalp hunters based on the Blanton gang. That was a signaling yawn, chat. My body's like, hey, how long are you gonna keep this up for? Nothing against fanfic, I just prefer to make my own characters. Yeah, that's the way I would put it. You're better off writing your own original world if you want to spend time writing. Wasn't here at the beginning of stream. Hey, you don't have to apologize, man. Show up when you show up. You said you're sick, too. You should be in bed resting. Don't worry about it. You're good. We held down the fort, did we, chat? Blood Meridian's historical fiction based on a real mercenary group that hunted a Native American group for Mexican government. People who talk about it usually bring up the good antagonist, the judge. I might check it out then. I sometimes get into historical fiction. You're making it sound like it's a horror western almost. I like the emo trash. Very nice. Use the clown. They piss on volcanic soil to make gunpowder. Can you do that? I doubt it'd make very good gunpowder. Also very foul smelling gunpowder. It basically is a horror western. Horror western is an underlooked fiction. It doesn't really get too much representation. You upload your playthrough of the game to YouTube for people that are unable to catch the stream? Yes. I have a separate YouTube channel from my main one called the Dartigan Archive, Stream Archive. If you want to find it, scroll down if you're on your browser or whatever, and look under the YouTube banner you find down there, and you'll see a hyperlink to the Stream Archive. That'll take you to like a YouTube channel that has like at this point like 5 years worth of streams uploaded to it. So you can check out everything going all the way back to Devil May Cry 5, I believe. What two genres would you combine to make the most chaotic game? Interesting question. The most chaotic game for two genres. Bullet hell and rhythm shooter. And bullet hell and rhythm game. How about that? That feels like it might be a little chaotic. Feels like it'd actually be doable as well. There is actually a few. There's some. Rez is sort of like that, isn't it? Yeah, Rez is sort of like a music game that's also a bullet hell, but not quite. I've never really understood the. I've played Rez and I like it, but I feel like that game has like way more popularity than it actually deserves. I remember people talking about that game for years. It's like it's all right, but it ain't that great. But for like years, that was held out as like the gold standard. Like this is how a rhythm game should be done. Isn't that Nier Automata? Nier Automata is a fighting game that occasionally has like bullet hell sequences in it with some of the enemies in it. Not really a rhythm game where you're like putting in like music, hitting buttons to the music. Chat, it is almost 11 p.m., which makes this now a 3-hour stream. What's the overhyped game? What's the overhyped game in your opinion? The one I was just talking about, Rez. It's like an old PS2 game that was like a rhythm-based bullet hell, kind of like Panzer Dragoon Orta game. But it was good, but some people like talked about it for years and like made it sound like it was fucking amazing, and I played it and I was like, okay, it's all right. When does Spider-Man 2 come out? I believe October. Sekiro was a rhythm game, changed my mind. Well, any game could be considered a rhythm game if you're like talking about attacking when someone's guard is down. Who would agree? But like I was saying, it's now been a 3-hour stream. Feel like we can now call it a day there. 3 hours is where I get, you know what, that's a happy length. And you know, yeah, I finished the game a little quicker than I anticipated. But hey, it's fine. Still got a good stream out of it. Chad, did you like the stream? Did you enjoy? Did I do well? Yes, I am searching for praise. What of it? But hey, it's been my pleasure being here tonight. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Glad I was able to put the bunker away. I'm not sure what I'm streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming. So stop by and check me out, I guess. I'm just Dartigan after all, and that's enough. 3 hours, but I kept a solid stream per. Oh, thank you. If you're new here, you can hit the follow button. I recommend it. You can also join my Discord by typing in the Discord code, or you can scroll down and click on that Discord banner. Also, thank you for any bits, gift subs, all that stuff. Thank you very much for your patronage. I appreciate it. And thank you to the mod team. Always appreciate your help and service. Alright, but that's it for me, I think. I'm feeling good with that stream. Hey, thank you for the bits. Don't forget, thanks us for the croissant. Did you bring me croissant? Or do you just say the word? Am I supposed to thank you for saying... Or wait, no. Are you saying I should thank France for creating croissant? If so, thank you, France, for inventing croissant. Very good. It's very good. There you go. Peace out, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for the bits as well, Aaron. Much appreciated. I will hope to see you all tomorrow. Whatever I play. Have a good day until then. Good night, everybody.